What's the event? So we all go across the street then?
Yeah. It's probably better if you go across the street just so there's more room, and you'll also be able to see the lighting in full stuff when we're across the street. Yeah.
Is this already streaming?
Yes, it's already streaming right now.
So everything I just said. I know, exactly.
It's already 6 o'clock, so I turned it on. Is there sound? There should be sound.
I tried. I put it on the list, but
Oh, you like it? I like your
We're ready to get started when you are.
It's already live.
Okay, Jean? So we can go?
Nice to meet you again. Yes. No, he's 18 months.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long time since I've been able to welcome people back to the Playhouse, and this makes me so happy. It certainly has been a remarkable year. I tell my son, who just turned 15, that he'll tell his grandchildren about this year. But what it has done is it's allowed the Playhouse to become even more a part of this community. I'm sure all of you are aware of the different messages we put up every week. We have wanted to be connected to our community, and that has been a wonderful way to keep us connected. And it will only look better after you see how beautiful the new marquee is. The Playhouse has been a landmark on the boulevard for almost 100 years. It was built in 1910, as a furniture store and a place where you could buy your coffins. So you could buy your first home and your last home here at this building. And then in 1924, it was converted to the movie theater. And at some point in the next dozen years, the Marquee was added. So we're not entirely sure when the Marquee went in, but it was somewhere before. We have a photograph of the building in the early 40s, so we know it happened sometime before that. And this is now the next evolution of our landmark status on the boulevard, with this renovation, glorious renovation. I would like to introduce a few people, and we will invite Senator Portino to come and say a few words with us. Senator Portino is our local senator.
So I have to apologize. I thought this was the Orson Welles retrospective and I came to audition. I was misinformed. Frank Costello, you told me it was all about anyway. So, I'm State Senator Anthony Portino. I love community theater. And I just, when I heard we were doing this tonight, I'm celebrating 97 years. I didn't want to miss it, and I brought a certificate. I also want to congratulate the Gordons tonight for making all this happen. Maggie and David, let's give them a big round of applause. And the mayor and the council members who embraced this theater, let's give them a big round of applause. Artistic Director of State Senate Certificate. On behalf of the California State Senate, I join the Sierra Madre City Council in celebrating this restoration of the Playhouse Marquee, celebrating 97 years. Congratulations on behalf of the California State Senate. Signed, Anthony Portino.
The renovation would not have been possible without the incredible support of the city of Sierra Madre. Sierra Madre is my second home. I live in a different town, which I'll not be mentioned. This is where I truly live. And over the years, since I've been involved with the theater, we developed a very close relationship with the city. And when we approached the city to let them know we were hoping to restore the Marquee, they jumped into both feet. And we have two people here. Michelle Harris-Member, who is one of our city council members, and our mayor, Dr. Oakland. Both of whom are supporters of our theater as well. So, John, would you mind coming up and maybe saying just a few words?
I have to take my mask off. It's just not comfortable speaking with a mask. I'd also like to acknowledge that our city manager, Dave Englund, is here. But the city council is incredibly proud to be able to support. This is one of the most significant landmarks in Sierra Madre, and it's very important to the community. We made a donation to the Playhouse, and that in itself is a very, very profound and unusual gesture, because we just don't do that. And you can imagine, I mean, there's a lot of folks in town that object to such a thing, but I just want to say just how important we felt that the Playhouse is to Sierra Madre, so that we had a unanimous vote and dedicated funds to such a worthy project. But, there's over the years, there's been a lot of talk. And at one point, somebody had suggested we turn this into a bowling alley. And I'm so glad that that never happened, because, again, this is something that's really important to Sierra Madre. So I want to congratulate the Gordons for what they've done in reviving this. And it's become such a community focal point now as well. So for all those of you that are patrons of the Playhouse and supporters of it, I want to just give you a round of applause. So thank you for what you do. So thank you, everybody, and this is really exciting. So thank you so much.
We have several of our board members here today. Vanessa Silverman, and we have David Library, and and Frank Costello. And we have lots of staff. Oh, and Louise Holloway, my God. Estelle is a board member, but she's staff. Managing directors don't get noticed. This institution, the Sierra Madre Playhouse, is more than just a venue. It is a place where people make memories and people celebrate occasions and have epiphanies. Joyful, sad, that's what art is for. And given the realities of COVID and what it's done to our society, the fact that we are lighting a marquee, that we have invested in this sign, is a sign to the community and to our patrons that we're not going away, that we planted our flag, that we're lighting our lights, and that we'll be here. And we will continue to do the work that you have come to love and come to respect and come to attend. There are lots of people who supported and made this possible. And we're also in our Light the Light campaign right now because we have no revenue. So there I can tell in this group, there are several of you, many of you, who have donated to that to keep us alive until we can reopen and start generating revenue. But the opportunity to light this marquee gave us an opportunity to recognize two very remarkable people amongst so many remarkable. And that is Maggie and David. They're new to our community. They've been here about 4.5, 5 years. 8 already. Maggie and David have told me stories about how they see what this little theater on the boulevard is doing. And it happened to be the show that I directed, 4,000 Miles. And afterwards, David contacted the staff and said he was so surprised to find a theater in the community of the quality, that was doing the quality of the work that we were doing. And we inveigled and pulled and convinced him to join the board, and he's now our board president. And I say he, but I also mean the team, the Gordons. They have been remarkable supporters and have driven the Playhouse and will keep us moving forward. And this gave the opportunity to the board and to our staff, when we were going to relight the marquee, to name it the Maggie and David Gordon Marquee. So Maggie, will you come up, and David? And I will, unfortunately, the real plaque won't be ready until Friday, so we have a fake one here. And I am going to unveil the fake plaque, which will be replaced next Friday with the real one, that names the marquee after our wonderful patrons.
Well, thank you very much indeed. It's true, we've been here for 7 years, and soon after you arrived, we came down to the Playhouse and were completely knocked out by 4,000 Miles and by all the other plays. And so we got in touch with the Playhouse and joined the board, and then 3 years ago, I found myself president. That's how it happens if you volunteer. So I had 3 priorities. One was to strengthen the relationships with the city, Big C and Little C. Second, to strengthen the staff of the board. And thirdly, to strengthen the finances. So on the first, it meant that I began to go to council meetings and get to know the councillors and the Planning Commission and the Public Services Commission. And got to see something of the workings of the city. And on the whole, with some exceptions, they're incredibly impressive. We have a very good group of councillors and a very good group of candidates who are going to replace this council. And we also have an extremely effective city manager in Dave England. And so we are incredibly delighted when the city supported us by giving us a significant donation to the cost of doing the marquee. And the marquee is, as Christian has said, so much our representation to the community. People may not come to the theatre, but they know the marquee. And during the pandemic, we've used it to broadcast these signals of hope and inspiration, which I think has made an enormous difference. In terms of strengthening the staff, we have Estelle Campbell as the managing director, currently on hiatus, and we've assembled a very wonderful group of volunteers. Mr. Backstrom on education, over here, Ward Calloway, who's been involved with the Playhouse since 1843. And where's Pamela? Pamela Winters, our volunteer coordinator, and Todd McGraw, who's doing important work at all times. And our only full-time employee, Berit Sand, who's made such a difference to our presence. In terms of doing the work on the marquee, I'd like to thank Liza Kerrigan, who, as our architect, has supervised the work and worked with Yesco, the builders, to get it all done. So thank you in particular to Liza. So the third thing was to strengthen the finances. And so this year, under the guidance of our chair for development, Eileen Walker. Where is Eileen?
She's watching us first.
Oh my goodness. Eileen, hello! So there she is. She masterminded the first ever major fundraising campaign we've had. And we set a target of $50,000 for the Light the Lights campaign. And we've now reached 80% of our target, which is really quite incredible. And so thank you so much for Eileen, and thanks to everybody who has given to the campaign. And it was that response that I think encouraged Maggie to think, well, if that's what people are doing for the Playhouse, we should do something special and provide the remaining funds for redoing the market. So that was my birthday present. My birthday's on 9/11, so once good things happening on that day. So it's Maggie you need to thank for. So it's a great honor to be honored in this way. And so thank you all very much, Christian, thanks to the board, thank you to the staff, thank you to everybody else. It's really been such a pleasure. Thank you.
I don't make speeches, but I will say thank you very much to everybody who's been involved, will be involved. Thank you for your support, and we can't wait until we can be back in there watching the production.
Thank you.
So I'm going to invite everyone to go across the street, just watch the traffic, because you want to get the full effect of seeing the lights. Gordon, can I ask you to carry the implement?
Walk past the street.
The fake lighting says library.
Hi, Owen.
How are you?
Good to see you. I gotta hug you. Yeah. Time off.
Still going?
And after the grand lighting, we have some sparkling wine that we're welcoming everyone to come and toast the new marquee. And just notice that we have one door to enter and then an exit door, and just grab a glass inside. Are you ready, Tom? Okay. Yeah. All right, if we can have a ceremonial drum roll, which we don't really have. Well, there we go, there we go. And now, if we'll count down with me, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1. God. Really is pretty, isn't it? But you know what's great is the yellow is so golden. You know, it was kind of sickly before.
So those are the same letters, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, the same. It's
The lighting plastic. Oh, what is that?
Now I get.
Yes, of course.
Temperature, and then you go in the office and stuff. I don't know if I have enough. Might try going.
That's all right. No.
My job is
Of course.
to do look at it long-term plan. Yes, I mean, it's still helping. One of the states. Yeah, everybody wants to fix everything right now. I like it. Mainly because I think they could put the door in the auditorium on that to make it bigger. They could have, you know, a house cleaner left influence without coming. It's just pain in the ass, you know. You gotta flush it with man. It sucks. Alone. And such a and every and noise, everything. And door next to it. So you wouldn't even have to put a curtain up there. You could just off the door. Yeah, I know. On this?
Did you not hear me? What was, I heard you, but.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Oh my gosh, of course. Thanks for putting it all together and helping to put it all together. That's so cool.
Hello, how are you guys?
Francis? That the alternate.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, this is great.
Come back and see a show over here.
I would love to.
Yeah, I'll make Frank.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that this is going so
I just wanted to introduce myself.
It's so important.
Okay, cool. Marshall, Frank. It is.
Smile. Hold up your camera. Or something, I don't know, whatever you think.
One of these, holding all of these.
All the gaps are gone. And the red up there.
I like that.
All
Also, you have low cut. We have more.
It doesn't help at all, right? No, it doesn't. And I love
Yeah.